You're about to go south of the blue line with Jenn and Kenneth. Here we go.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Jenn.
Kenneth.
I hope you liked our fancy new intro. We had the opportunity to meet the Daily Rants Guy, Graham.
Thanks, Graham, for helping us out. Know you aren't feeling well. Appreciate the help.
Yeah, thanks for trying to do your here we go with half a voice.
Hey, half a gram is better than no gram. So
I agree.
Guys, you're awesome. Thanks for taking the time with the fans tonight.
Let's go.
Got to give 2 shout-outs. 2 well-deserved extensions. Mucky, Adam Cracknell. Kudos to those 2 guys. Well-deserved. Look forward to having you in Victory Game for a long time.
And you guys will get to hear quite a bit about Adam this episode. This is an Adam-friendly episode. The boys had a 3-day break after the last game covered in last episode. And they took a little road trip. They hit San Jose, and they lost.
It was
5-1.
rough night. Not a lot to talk about.
Our only goal was Goal-Elie, and it was Goal-Elie's first career NHL goal. Mr. Season-Hemsky, he gets the assist.
Positive influence of the team. Jan-Mark has officially decided he's not playing this year. Well, the team has decided.
I would much rather rough protect Jan-Mark physically right now so that he is healthy for next season.
Right.
So the boys leave Cali and shoot up to Canada, and Edmonton beat us.
That's being generous.
So, this episode's Seriously, bro, goes to the game that night in general.
3 players exempt from Seriously Bro from this episode are Mr. Brett Ritchie for our lone goal in Edmonton for apparently we were playing the 86 Oilers. Adam Cracknell.
Curtis McKenzie gets the assist. The boys pieced out of Edmonton as quickly as they could, and I don't blame them. They hit Vancouver and over to Calgary on a back-to-back. I feel like the NHL intentionally stacked the Stars back-to-backs at the end of the season.
You know.
Yeah.
I think maybe it's just a Central Division thing.
They hit Vancouver, and they won. First period, a Mr. Hemsky. That was his first goal of the season. Little Mr. Lindell. Second period, just Vancouver, not us. Third period, your girlfriend's personal favorite, Tyler Seguin. For kicks and giggles, Radek Faksa.
Really been very impressed the way he's emerged. Of course, you know, the way he plays a forecheck, his physicality on the ice. He has a nastiness to him that is much needed.
To round off the road trip in the saddest way possible, could we possibly have gotten 500? No. We couldn't even go 500 in a 4-game road trip. We lose to the Flames again this season, this time 3-1 in Calgary.
And I had to hear all about it from my coworker from Calgary.
First period, Calgary. Second period, Calgary and Calgary. Third period, trying to attempt to save the Stars. Brett Ritchie unassisted. Is Brett Ritchie trying to be our saving grace in games? Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Nobody else scores.
Right.
I'm sorry, Brett. The boys get to come home. They get 2 days. They get to breathe. And we play San Jose. Monday, it was Military Appreciation Night. Shout out to all of our Stars fans who are veterans, active duty, guard, reserves, any kind of military association at all.
Much appreciated. We get to do this show because of the wonderful men and women who served our country. The Stars went pretty viral with tactics they used for Military Appreciation Night.
Again, this is the second year in a row they've dropped someone from the ceiling. But it wasn't just a person this time, Kenneth.
Yeah, it was a service dog.
That they then gave to former service member and his family. His boys were so ecstatic. I will put the link to that video from the Stars Facebook page on the description. There was only 1 goal that entire game. And it came in the second period. Muckbro himself, Curtis McKenzie.
Now, I did go through, watch the highlights. Man, Kari was dynamite.
Kari got his 36th NHL career shutout.
I believe that game just kind of solidified who's going to be protected come this June.
They had a day off, hopped on a plane, flew out to Chicago. Congrats to Kelly and Chris. They got the Stars trip to go watch the boys play in Chicago. So first period, Chicago scores, boo-hoo-hoo. Second period was his second goal of the season, Mr. Season-Hemsky.
Right.
Third period with his third goal of the season, Mr. Season-Hemsky. So right now, Chicago scored again in the third, so we're sitting at 2-2.
Right.
Regulation ends, and we're like, oh my gosh.
Right.
We have to go into overtime. And we can't think about the thing that we all kind of want to be thinking about right now, but if we think about it, it's going to screw everything up. Hey, we just want a good overtime. We want somebody to score. Doesn't matter who. Nobody scores in overtime. Not even Chicago, which is great reflection on Kari's ability to suddenly be substantially stronger under pressure. For the shootout, because nobody scored in the OT.
Right.
So, because Chicago's home, they shoot first. That's how that works. Saves. Straight up misses. Not even a save. He just flat out misses.
Yeah.
Seguin makes it, of course. Classic Tyler Seguin. That's why we lead with him most of the time. He's very solid on the shootout. And Patrick Kane returns one. Okay, fine. No, now it's 1-1. El Capitan, JB Ben, misses.
Yeah.
But if he's not shooting 4th, 5th, or 6th as a star, he doesn't do as well. That's just my opinion from what I've seen. I don't have like hard stats to prove that.
Sure.
You find those hard stats to prove that I'm wrong or
We'll give you
prove
a guess
that I'm
spot.
right.
We'll give you a guess spot.
We will come interview you.
Bring
Usually
him in,
Jamie's really good in the shootout. Panarin. Is that how you say that, Panarin? I think it's Panarin. If you know how to say it correctly, please correct me. Panarin scores, which then makes it 2-1.
Right. Make or break shot.
So at this point, our third shooter has to make it to keep us in it. And Season-Hemsky, who had 2 goals already, was looking for a third on the shootout, not for the sake of a hat trick, because statistically you cannot get a hat trick in a shootout goal.
Right.
Unfortunately, Hemsky took it right into Crawford. Crawford saved it, and that was that.
You know, as silly as it may sound, it's possible to play a game, lose, and be the better team. The Stars were the better team. People may chalk it up to, Chicago's resting guys. They don't play the full effort. You know what? Dallas gave their best effort. They were the better team on the ice.
And this isn't basketball. We don't rest players for funsies.
A former Dallas star, Mr. Jaromir Jagr, very popular guy around here.
How old is he?
45 years old.
How many games did he play this season?
He has not missed a game this season.
The boys finish the game, hop on the plane, fly home, get a couple hours of sleep, go to the arena, get ready for the San Jose game. Now, with back-to-backs, the morning skate of the home game of a back-to-back is not typically mandatory.
Right.
Because most guys need to sleep and
Right.
sleep and sleep so they can play efficiently. So, first period was
Mr. Adam Cracknell.
second period. Brett Ritchie scores.
Tacos.
Good positioning. Being where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there.
Right.
Brett Ritchie wears number
25.
He scored his 14th goal of the season last night.
Right.
Followed by Jamie Benn, who wears number
14.
and scored his
25th goal of the season.
Coincidence? I think not. Then Adam Cracknell nets his second of the game, and San Jose scored. Third period, unassisted, the one and only Mr. Adam Cracknell. Congratulations on your first career NHL hat trick, Adam.
And not just any goal, shorthanded, breakaway, and this tweet came out from Bruce Levine after the game. It was his first 10-goal season in his career. One season has doubled his career goal total.
It was a night of firsts for him. We have had 2 first NHL career hat tricks in the American Airlines Center in 2017 alone. And then, like I said, just for kicks and giggles, throwing it in there.
Mr. Klingberg.
Looking forward now, the boys take the road again for a week.
Right.
New Jersey Devils.
Going on the East Coast. So
Montreal.
Boston.
Carolina is the first of a back-to-back with Tampa Bay.
This is the last road trip of the year.
So after all of that hot mess, the boys come home to close out the season. Arizona.
Right.
Which means we'll see Kevin Connaughton and Goal-Elie again. We will see Mr. Fids again with the Nashville Predators.
Right.
And then finally, the last game of the season, Fan Appreciation Night, the Colorado Avalanche. You just went south of the blue line. I had it. Gosh, Kenneth.
Seriously,
oh my
bro.
God. All right. One player who isn't getting this seriously, but you asked for outtakes. There are your outtakes.
There you go.
Happy?
So